Greetings, gamers. Hoser here for Hoser House Rules. Got my special polyester Hawaiian shirt with the polyester right on the buttons because today is episode 13. You know what that means? The Battle of Waterloo. We will see if Napoleon can triumph against the forces of evil just south of Brussels. So, without any further ado, let's take it to the table. Okay, welcome back. Sorry, looks like we ran out of memory, so we lost some footage there. I think we were about 1:30. We are now at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. in Battle of Waterloo. If you look over here, the massive cavalry melee resulted in the light cavalry. The British Light Cavalry Corps being destroyed, and the British Heavy Cavalry Corps taking 50% casualties and routing. That doesn't mean they're all dead. We'll calculate casualties at the end of each battle or at the end of each day. The Cuirassiers and Dragoons are disordered all over the place, and they have taken significant casualties, but they certainly won the cavalry Corps battle. Over here is the light cavalry, the British Light Cavalry Corps horse artillery, which has been overrun and will be probably captured. As you can see, I believe this is 4th Corps, followed by the Prussian 1st Corps, the Prussian 2nd Corps being farther behind. And over here you have the British Elite 3rd Corps. Over here we have the French Guard Cavalry. The Erlon's 1st Corps is here, and Riel's 2nd Corps is here. But the French under Grouchy have formed a massive grand battery, including the Guard, the Ford Guard artillery units. So it's looking very badly for 3rd Corps here. Don't know what the Allied plans are, but we will find out on the next posting. So this will be it for this posting. We're stopping at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. of the first day of the Battle of Waterloo, and we'll see you back for the next post soon. Okay, keep gaming. Okay, it is 2 o'clock, and the English 1st Corps, led by Picton right here, have advanced into a massive French battery, grand battery, supported by Riel's 2nd Corps here, and the Guard Cavalry over here with Suchet. So I'm going to do this battle here. They may require a morale test to advance. I'm just going to do this section of the field for a few turns, and we'll come right back. Unfortunately, Picton rolled a 2 and had to take a morale test. He rolled a further 2, which means conditional surrender. So all of 3rd Corps have surrendered, and I have moved them aside. They are out of the battle. The British will be escorted back to the coast and sent to England, and hopefully the British allies, Low Country troops, will end up being part of the French army. Picton will go with the Grenadiers, which there are only 6,000 instead of 8,000 now because One of the units has taken very heavy casualties. Half the guns will go with the British, so that'll be 24 to 48, and half the guns will stay with the Low Country troops and half the gunners. So let's see what's happening in the rest of the field at 2 o'clock. Okay, 2 o'clock over here. Having seen the surrender of Picton's Corps, the British 4th Corps is going to begin withdrawing towards the mountains and the gap by Brussels, and the Prussian 1st Corps will also begin withdrawing towards the mountains behind them. The French Cuirassiers and Heavy Dragoons are just going to reform. The Erlon is going to start advancing down the road, as well as Riel will start advancing. And so we have a couple of hours maybe of movement without combat. So I'm going to move the troops around, and then I'm going to have to shift the whole map southwest, so everything is closer to Brussels. And we will see what time it is. Probably a couple hours, 2-3 hours. We'll come back and see where the situation is. Again, 2 o'clock. The Allies beginning to withdraw, and the French are regrouping and advancing. Okay, it's 4 o'clock, Battle of Waterloo, and the pieces are on the board. The Allies have backed up to the ridgeline, the hills, in front of Brussels. Here is the Prussian 2nd Corps, Prussian 1st Corps, and Blucher. He has pulled off the Corps cavalry, light cavalry, to join the Prussian 1st Corps, 1st Cavalry Corps, who have just arrived. Moving further over, here is 1st Corps that has just come down from Brussels, and Wellington has taken command of all the artillery batteries of the Allies and has formed a gun line here. Over here we have the British 4th Corps, the 3rd Corps having surrendered earlier, and the 2nd Corps is just arriving to the west of Quatre Bras, but they're in for a rude surprise. So this is the 4th Corps. And over here is Brussels. 4 built-up area hexes, and this is the capital. All right, let's look at the French disposition. On the right, they have D'Erlon's 1st Corps and Riel's 2nd Corps, with Ney, who has assumed control of the all the cavalry, including the Guard Cavalry Corps and all the Corps Light Cavalry, forming a 2nd Cavalry Corps. Here we have the Guard Artillery ready to roll in. Right now under the control of Grouchy, but Friant has arrived with the Guard just coming on, so he can control the Guard and the Guard Artillery if he wants. And over here is 4th Corps Gerard facing the Prussians, and of course here is the monster himself, the beast. So it is 4 o'clock and the pieces are set and we are ready to do some damage. We will be right back.
Yep.
All right, 4 o'clock. Time to do some damage. I think cameraman slash editor Tim is set up, and it is his turn. 4 p.m. Battle of Waterloo, just outside of Brussels. Do you have any fire?
Cannons only shoot 12 inches,
right.
so I think everybody's out of range on that. So no fire. We'll go right to movement. Everybody wants to stay put except for the horses are going to move up.
They just need one. So if they're going to stay in road column, and in road column they'll be able to move 8 inches. Oh no, Godzilla has destroyed the capital of Brussels.
General there too, and that should be good for my turn.
Okay, that's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock for the French. We don't have any fire. We have some movement. I'll start from the right. Darlon is just going to move his infantry up a bit. They're still in the woods. This whole hex is woods. But they're grenadiers and they can move full move. Bring up his battery. Ney is going to start moving the cavalry to the right, so they will form march column. Two corps and 2 columns, led by Ney. And it's time to move the guard artillery. I think they can move 6, so I think maybe over here-ish. Let's see if they're in range. They should just be out of range there. Riel is going to move up slightly. He can only move 2 inches because they're mostly not grenadiers and they're in woods. But he is going to move up his artillery with the French gun line, the guard gun line. The guard are going to stay where they are, and Gerard is just going to move up. He's going to move his artillery with the gun line. So the 2 outside ones are corps artillery, and the 4 middle are guard artillery. And just move up a bit here. The guard is staying put. Friant is going to move up a little bit to see the guns better. Grouchy is going to just stay right here. And Napoleon is going to rest under this tree and watch it all take place. Okay, 4:15, Allies.
Alright, still think everything is out of cannon fire range, so I will move right to moving my horses. Start to go off road. Move my general up with them, and then I should be done.
Okay, 4:15, French. If they advance 1 inch, they can be in range. Let's try that. So I might have some shooting here. So definitely in range. It's just not everybody. This is out of range. This guard gun is out of range. So I have 2 guard guns, 3 guard guns, and 1 core gun shooting at this battery.
Okay.
The guard need a 5 and the core needs a 6. 1 hit. And take a morale check for 4. So turn them around and they are silenced, and they'll be silenced on next turn. Darlan is going to continue his advance. Bringing the artillery behind him. Riel's only going to be able to move 2 inches. But should be out of the woods now. And the cavalry corps are in march column. Let's hope I can remember who's who. Alright, that's 3 corps, that's the artillery shooting. The guard is going to stay put. She's commanding the artillery. And the guard is going to stay put. So I believe it is 4:30 your turn.
Alright. I'm going to push the cannons up 1 inch. Those that can move up. No all fires. Straight ahead. So that one with that one. That one with
6s.
That one with that one. Nothing with that one. I'll say that one. Nope.
Alright. I think that's all your shooting.
That's all the shooting. Movement. I'll go for the horses.
You have 4 movement points.
Here. Expand. Guys, it's gonna be over here, so pivot down. I'll go straight here. Go here, pivot. Go here and pivot. 1, 2, 3, and then last one. Push up toward will move up.
And then the general.
General in the center.
And that's 330.
I think we're gonna try to start to move these guys too. Just gonna form a column.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will be my 330.
Okay, my 330.
Or is it 430?
I'm sorry,
430.
yes, correct, 430. Before, yeah, go advantage. Stuck. The 4 guard guns are going to shoot the silence battery, and I won't get bounced through because they're out of range. And then the 2 core guns are going to shoot that cavalry there. So 4 guard guns on 5, and they are wrecked. So just turn them upside down. And 2 core guns at that cavalry, needing 4s. Right? Basically 5, elite 4. 2 hits.
This one?
Yes. And I will continue my movement back here with Nay. They're long. Let's just bring a couple of inches. But he's going to place his battery. Riel is going to move a couple inches. Those darn bayonets are pointy. And his battery's over here. And Gerard's going to stay put, and the guard are going to stay put. So 445.
Yep. Move my cannons up an inch. They'll both fire at that one, I guess.
6 hits. Not shooting good today.
Don't fire at the far one.
Any other shooting?
I don't think
These guys are behind the crest line.
Movement. These guys first.
You're gonna have to scoot them over a bit because there's enough room to, yeah, span.
This is my general.
Mm-hmm.
Cavalry. Jesus, here. Can shoot 9?
9, but he can't bullet shoot.
Right,
Yes, he can shoot 9.
pretty sure it's 9.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's 4:45.
That's my 4:45.
Okay, 5 o'clock for the French. Let's do some shooting first. This gun is going to shoot at the militia here and get bounced through on the British. They need 4s. On the militia is a hit, and on the British is a miss. So 1 hit here. We said musketry rate is 5. I already designated my fire on him. So these grenadiers here. It was this one, I think. Yeah, we bounced through on that one. Yeah, these grenadiers are going to shoot here, and all 4 of Riel's corps are going to shoot here. So that is 5 5s. 3 hits. Oh, anyway, he's eliminated. This one, the middle one. Alright, so that is 1 unit gone from 1st Corps. I'm just going to move 1 unit. No, I'm not. Okay, so they've shot, he shot, they can move, but they're not going to. The cavalry are going to stop for a bit. So, back to the Grand Battery. I'll take the 2 core guns on this one, needing a 6, no hits, and I'll take the 4 guard guns on this guy, needing a 5. 3 hits.
So it's 3 morale checks.
3 morale checks. You passed all 3. So they are fine. They're done moving, they're done shooting. And I'm done. So it is 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Shooting.
Push up an inch. And then these 3 will fire on him.
6s.
1 hit.
1 morale check. He's guard. And he passes.
He'll fire straight ahead on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Looks like we have a bit of an artillery duel.
If these 2 shoot, can these guys still move?
Yes.
Alright. They'll both shoot straight ahead, so I guess they'll both shoot at the second.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Then 5s.
Nope. I think that's all my shooting. Movement. These guys.
Oh, that's right. The French have skirmisher screens. So if I put them out, I'm a 5 to hit, but I'm also a 6 to hit you.
These guys are all going to start moving.
How exciting! The Prussians are advancing. Blucher. Wellington is not only in charge of the gun battery, so he doesn't really have to be there, but if they're going to limber and move, he has to give the orders.
Okay. Wheel.
3 inches, yeah. And subtract that from your 6 inches. You can go through guns, you just don't want to end up on one.
I can end up here though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Move your damage and your
I think they're okay behind the hill. They moved. That's my turn.
That was 5 o'clock, right?
I believe so.
All right. 5 o'clock French. These 2 grenadiers and this battery will shoot him. They don't have screens out, so that's a 5 and a 4. 1 hit. And And these 4 will shoot pretty much straight ahead. So 1 on him, 1 on him, 2 on him. 5s. First one, miss. Second one, miss. 2 on the British in the middle, miss. Artillery. Are going to advance an inch. And are going to shoot some cavalry. Well, yeah. I think there is a 5 with no bounce through. Actually, if I shoot the artillery, no. So all the guns on the cavalry, he needs a 5 with no bounce through. No. This one will get bounced through. 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 And this one will get bounced through. So 4 guard guns need a 4 with bounce through. 1 hit. And on the second unit, 3 hits. They take 4. And this one will need a 5 with bounce through. 1 hit on the front.
On the first guy?
Yes, 1 hit on him. And 1 more hit on him. Didn't they just take a whole bunch?
He just took 3.
No. I was shooting at him. Yeah. They were all at him.
They were all at him?
Yeah, and the bouncer was on him. So
Okay.
I think he's destroyed. He doesn't have any.
No, yeah, then he is destroyed.
Okay, get rid of one of those, both of those. Okay. And I think they're outside of 5. So it is time for movement. The cavalry and 1st and 2nd Corps will stay put. 4th Corps will just move to the right. The guard will advance and start expanding. There is Friat, there's Blucher, and there's Napoleon watching the show. And that was my, what time?
5, I want to say 5:15.
5:15, yeah. Alright, you're 5:30.
They'll both shoot at him.
Yep, 5.
Nope. And then they'll both shoot at guy next to him. Nope. He'll shoot at that cannon. Think that's anything. These are all out of range, right?
Mm-hmm. And you have more cannon.
I'm gonna move them.
Okay, we ran out of space there. I might have to get a video camera. But this is what's happening. We lost about half an hour of fighting. The Cavalry Corps has come up to support First Corps. First Corps has moved up next to Fourth Corps and got into a firefight with Riel and his artillery. They've lost 2 out of 5 units, so it's looking kind of grim for them. The cavalry have taken some hits and lost 1 unit. The artillery duel goes on in the center. And the really important part is the 2 Prussian corps here have attacked. So now they're in a giant melee with the Guard and 4th Corps. So it is 6 o'clock, and we will come back and do the next hour or 2. Okay, welcome back. It is 6:45, and the Allies have decided to surrender since they have no hope of winning this and are about to get run down by hordes of cavalry. No hope of escaping either. So Tim had to roll a die. 3 or better would have been a conditional surrender, but unfortunately he rolled a 2. Wellington and Blucher surrender unconditionally. That means I get their horses, I get their muskets, I get their artillery, which is worth troops. I can build troops with those points. And Blucher and his forces and Wellington and his remaining forces have to go home. They cannot go somewhere else. They have to go directly home to London and to Prussia, and have signed a 6-month peace treaty, but they can roll every month to break that. They can roll every month to break that on a 6. Of course, Napoleon will be generous and allow them to have enough baggage to make it home, but he'll be capturing quite a lot of the baggage too, which is also good loot. So that's it for the Battle of Waterloo. Napoleon will be strolling into Brussels and discussing about the new French regime in the Low Countries and how things are going to go. For dessert, 2nd Corps is 5 miles west of Quatre Bras at 4 p.m., way before this happens, and about to get ambushed and slaughtered. So we'll be right back with that, and then we'll do kind of like a synopsis of the Waterloo campaign, as well as calculate casualties for both sides. See you soon.